Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Slot man moves right. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott off play action. Throw complete right side to Cooks. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go, 46.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23.
Great, set. Alpha. Hey! You on left. Alpha. Crowd left Yeti.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing is Hurts.
Looking for Campbell downfield.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, here we go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
The one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take
They run here with Dowdle. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
47, 26.
Prescott now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the 1st drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Good.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. On the run, it's Dowdle. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Dowdle, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Yeah!
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Eagles nothing. Brendan Aubrey.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hurts.
Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Great, set. Hey, 73.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close. They are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
We're going to 54. Why here?
Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey now for the point after.
And it is now 21-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to work.
He may go.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Great, set. Crowd left Yeti. 73. Crowd left Yeti. Hey, thumbs up, alerted.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, easy, 63, bad. No touch.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
No touch that. 63. 63. No touch.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Go Silver, ready? Crown left, Yanni. Bad. Hey, easy, 63, bad. No touch.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it is 42-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
That's right. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Hey. Don't touch it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Linval Joseph breaking free and dropping him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Great. Set. Silver,
Oh, they're
set.
changing this at the line.
Don't touch.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Prescott to throw it. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than lack of concentration to me because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Do on left. Don't touch.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Don't touch that. Crowd left, Yeti. Don't touch.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Great, set. Crowd left, Yeti. Crowd left, Yeti. Crowd left, Yeti. Hey. Hey, Silver. Don't touch.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Crowd left, Yeti. Do on left. Barry. Yeti. viene. No touch.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hey, kill. One, there you go. 20, take it.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continued.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Great, set. Alpha. No touch.
Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts finding space at the 40.
Fighting through it. He's got space. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Great, set. No touch.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
No touch.
From the 39,
Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
so just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
It's a gain of 3.
No touch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got room to roam.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Throwing here, Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
It got his man, complete.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Eric Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Great, set.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw here.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Great. Set. Hey, 73. Hey, 73. Silver, set. Man. No touch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business